Hey, good morning everybody, it's Brian. It's Monday, August 10th, here for just a really quick session update, see what's happening for the day, what we're looking at, what are some potential trade opportunities, potential trade ideas, and then we'll just wrap it up and let you guys go from there. Quick update on the indicator I want to give to you guys. I'm actually having trouble publishing it now. So should have that wrapped up today, and I'll be able to get that out and put online. For those of you that are current subscribers here, those that are current subscribers, you can get it for free. After I get it out this week, I'll probably give it a week for everyone to download it that is current, and then after that I've got to lock it down because we're going to be launching it elsewhere. So that's that. Let's go ahead and get into what's happening for the day. Had some big news over the weekend. We'll see if it holds up. Obviously, we were waiting on Friday to see if any kind of a revised stimulus action was going to come through, and kind of talks broke down. Although the S&P did still rally at the end of the day, NASDAQ was down. Everything else finished up. So, it's one of those things. We'll see what happens today. Over the weekend, Trump signed a executive order, but I think that'll probably be challenged. But ultimately, what does it mean to us? End of the day, all that we can really do is watch the chart to give us quantifiable information for what our bias is, where we feel like the market's going, and how we want to react to that with our trading plan, which is why it's so important to have a trading plan. At least, even at the very minimum, have an idea of what you're doing when you come into the day today. Over here for checking news first before we do anything at all, there is no announced high impact news for the day, so we have a pretty easy trading day. As far as news announcements go, that doesn't mean things won't come out of left field, but planned news, there's nothing on the agenda today that would cause us to take note or need to be out of the market for any period. So that's good. That's good for us. Over on the forex side of things, there's a lot of opportunity out here. Just kind of looking through as to which currencies have moved or haven't moved, kind of in their typical ranges for the day. The Euro CAD typically has a fairly large range in the 100 plus pip area. It's only moved 66 pips for the day. The pound odd and the pound CAD both. The pound CAD is the 74 pips so far, averages into the 120 to 130 range. I would like that a little better than the pound odd, simply because the Aussie session has already ended and it won't be as heavily traded. The currencies that are actually going to be in session, are the pound and the CAD. So I feel like trading two currencies that are both actively being traded is a better opportunity than one active and one that's not as active, simply because its actual market centers are closed. So the CAD cross pairs with the Euro CAD or the pound CAD are certainly interesting to me here. Aside from that, what we really need to watch for is, of course, what we always talk about. We need to see which currencies are moving, and that's really kind of the leader for us. Is starting over here on our the currency strength meter to see which currencies actually have some opportunity with them, which ones are being heavily sold, which ones are being heavily bought, and how they're moving in relation to one another. And then that's what gives us the heads up to come over here and look at the tradable opportunities. But I like to just kind of look and see where the opportunity lies, so that if I get a burst of momentum between the Aussie, let's say the Aussie and the yen, what am I really going to do with that? I mean, it would be a very strange movement, because neither of those are being neither of those market centers are open. I'd rather trade a couple of currencies that still have some range left in them, but also are actively traded. So there you go. So that's what we're watching for. We're watching for divergence here, and we'll see what really comes of it. But again, I think we've got opportunity for sure. Well, I shouldn't say for sure. There's no definites anywhere, right? But there certainly is opportunity. Euro CAD, pound CAD, Euro yen. Interesting. Certainly an interesting currency. It's only moved 30 pips. Average is 85-ish, 85 to 87. But the market centers that are open, pound is open, CAD's open, Euro's open. So that's what we'd want to be watching for there, just to see if we get that burst of momentum, burst of opportunity that we can take advantage of. Moving on over to the futures market, we've certainly got a strong upward bias on the ES over here. I don't know why that's so little. Oh, I guess down here. Anyway, we've got a strong upward bias on the S&P, so still looking for long trading opportunities. We'd still be looking to go long here if we have that line up for us. The key level down below us is the 30, 35, 30, 40 area, and then the key level above us up here is the 3360 area. If we break through 3360, we'd be pushing ourselves into territory of new all-time highs. Even pre-coronavirus highs if we get above the 3360 and can keep creeping up from there. That's a top. This is a market top up here. So what are we looking for? Well, we'd be looking for pullbacks. In order to continue that buy momentum, that long momentum, we'd be looking for pullbacks. Pullback down to 33.40 or down to even 33.35 as the kind of the 33.40 is the top of that bottom edge, and then 33.35 is the bottom of the edge. So we'd be looking for a pullback to here and buy off of that if we can, if we get that momentum into the day. On a shorter term, you can see it a little bit more clearly here. 33.45 is looking a little bit better, but 33.40 I feel like is the level down here, especially as we watch the previous day of where it was seeing resistance. We saw support, resistance, broke it, and we tested it once here at 33.40. So that could certainly be an area if we get a pullback coming into the morning to buy off of. Or of course you could utilize that method that we've talked about before, which is waiting for price to move back and then trading a breakout of that previously closed of the high of that previously closed bar. Right. So anyway, long and short of it is we're looking for long trading opportunities on the ES still, and we'll continue to do that until the market tells us otherwise. If you're a contrarian trader, and you just want to, or just like, hey man, I feel like something's coming, and I want to place a small quote bet at the top of the top of the range. 33.60 would be your spot to potentially go short from. But remember, that's counter trend trade. And with any trade, whether it's with the trend or against the trend, always trade with the stop loss to try to cut those losses. I mean, that's how we get into real trouble as traders, is by not trading with a stop and allowing trades to go too far against us, right? So whatever you do, whichever direction, whether you're being trend trading or counter trend trading, either one, make sure you use a stop. So long bias on the S&P, look for buy opportunities, 33.40 down to 33.35. If you're looking to be a contrarian, you might look up here at 33.60, 33.65 as your potential short. All right. Over here on crude, what's happening on crude? Crude's been rough here lately. It did push up quite a bit, over the course of last week, and then started coming down. The bias is still long. So, here on the 4-hour, we have a long bias. Here on the 30-minute, on Friday, it was mixed. Coming into this morning, we've just flipped over to where our bias is long again. So as long as this stays up, as long as our shorter term moving average stays above the longer term moving average here, we're technically in a bias to the buy side. So these would be an agreement. We would continue to look for buying opportunities. That could look like a pullback, down here to 41.60, which was the previous close on Friday. We can see how this has been tested a couple of times. Or you can just simply look at breakouts, and if we break above 42, that could be your signal to look to buy as we break through that 42 area and see if it can go long from there. Over on gold, we're in a mixed bag on gold. The 4-hour is long, but the 30-minute is now short. Gold had quite a bit of a sell-off on Friday from all-time highs. So right now gold is technically in a short, or not in a short. It's in a no trade zone, given the fact that we've got mixed bias on that. So that's what we've got for right now. There it is. I'm going to leave you guys with that, and I'm going to get back over to some of this coding action over here, just double checking some things and trying to get that published for you so that we can get that indicator out and you guys can start utilizing that and testing it as, you know, and you know, giving yourselves a little bit of a relief from just staring at charts. This will give you an alert when, you know, you're ready to trade, as opposed to just having to sit there and wait. And kind of it takes some of the guesswork out of it. You know, it's still a trading process that, you know, is discretionary at some level, but it takes some of the guesswork out so that you can maybe make better decisions. So that's it for right now. I'm going to get back to what I'm doing. You guys get back to what you're doing. We've got an hour and a half before the market actually opens and gets to it. So, you know, we've got electronic trading going on right now, obviously, but when the regular market session gets underway is where, you know, things will really take shape, and then we'll start to watch for our potential trading opportunities there. All right, so that's it. Have a great day. If you have any questions about anything, hit me up. You can shoot me a message on Facebook. You can shoot me a message via email, either one. I'm happy to help out and, you know, look at trading plans, help with trading plans, give some feedback, you know, on what you're doing. I'm always willing to help with that stuff. So let me know. All right, have a great day. Bye.